Hello everyone, welcome to the Stock Martin channel. If you're new to the channel, welcome. But if you're back, I would like to welcome you back. We are going to be talking about two EV startup stocks. One is already trading on the stock market, as you know, it's Lucid Motors. The other one will be coming very shortly through an IPO, which is Rivian. We will be talking about both of these and what it could do in the next few days and in the future. But before we get into this, if you can please give me that thumbs up, the like button. Also, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, hit all so you can get all my videos. I'd like to welcome you to the channel. But as I mentioned, we are going to be talking about these two stocks. So I have been following Lucid Motor stock for quite some time now, and I do think that it has a very big potential to do great things in looking forward in long-term investing. The last 2 weeks have been a little bit down, a little bit red on Lucid Motor stock. We will talk about the charts in a little bit, but you have to remember that the month of September has been very big for Lucid Motors. It has gone up, I believe, about 21% overall with the month of September. And we are starting to see some of that pullback now. Now, there isn't anything wrong with the company. There haven't been any news out there that would make me think otherwise. The biggest thing right now, the reason why the stock has been down in the past 2 weeks, number one is because we've had a large run up in the stock in September. Since September 1st all the way to September 21st, we went up by 51% in its stock price. So we have had that cool off period. Now, this right now that we're having the past 2 weeks, I do believe that it is caused because of the world market. As you know, the US debt is really approaching. We are running out of money as a country, and our lawmakers have not really pushed anything to get that debt ceiling expanded or to get any debt relieved. And so we definitely are still kind of waiting to see what our government, the US government, does. And I think that this is felt around the world. You have seen yesterday, especially the stocks all of them have really gone down. And across the world, the stock has been going down. Today, we have had a little bit of a recovery, but I do think that coming up to the point where Congress and everybody decides what to do with the debt ceiling, we'll definitely see a lot more red days coming up. Now, that being said, I do believe that Lucid Motor Group is a good stock to own long term. Short term, it will have its bumps in the road, and we have seen some of those bumps just recently. Another big thing I do want everybody to remember and to remind you, chronologically, October 8th is the expiration date for the redemption of the warrants. So if you do have any warrants out there, if you look at your brokerage, if you do have anything that's a LCIDW, the W stands for warrants, you'll need to make sure to sell all these off before October 8th or contact your broker so that they can convert these to shares of Lucid Motors. The second big thing to watch out for in October is October 12th. Around this time, we will have the DreamDrive event where Lucid Motors will be talking about its autonomous driving. And I think that this is going to be big because from what I have been hearing, it's nothing that's out there right now. And as we all know, Tesla has the best autonomous driving out there, in my opinion. But definitely we'll see what Lucid Motors has to say. So those two big things, please look out for and mark on your calendar. Also, we will be seeing those deliveries in October, hopefully around that 12th date. But we'll definitely see those deliveries start going out. So a lot of good positive news coming out there, but we'll definitely see how the world market reacts and how the US reacts to right now a lot of downward pressure on all the stocks right now. If you go back and look at a lot of the tech stocks, a lot of them are in the red, a lot of them are being sold off. So, but that being said, I would like to transition now to this article. It does talk about Rivian's valuation of $80 billion. It is going to be having an IPO coming soon. It should be later this month in October or beginning of November, but I will keep you updated. Well, this IPO, the valuation, according to this article, will it pave the way for solid gains for Lucid Motor Group shares? Now, I did want to talk about what the valuation means of Rivian. So Rivian is aiming to get at a valuation of $80 billion. Just to give you a comparison, Lucid Motors does have a valuation right now of about $40 billion. So it is about half of that. So Lucid Motors is half of the valuation of Rivian. Why is this important? Well, it's very important because if the IPO does come out, that Rivian does, and command how this 80 billion valuation, this will make the Lucid Motors stock very, very cheap, in my opinion. So just to give you a refresher, Rivian right now is being sponsored and giving a lot of money by big companies such as Amazon. Amazon just recently in September 2019 just has given Rivian $700 million in investments. Also, in addition to this, they have ordered 100,000 vehicles of their electric delivery vans. So Amazon has a lot of money tied into Rivian. They do want to make sure that this company does succeed. But again, this is a huge valuation for a company that has 0 cars out there, very similar to Lucid Motors right now. And it would be worth twice as much of that. Also, to give you a perspective of a vehicle maker right now, that does have a $80 billion valuation is General Motors. So Rivian right now would be valued exactly the same as General Motors as a company without making any vehicles yet. So this really puts everything in big perspective. So, but as I mentioned, let me show you this article. So I did mention that Amazon is backing Rivian. Rivian will also be having those 100,000 electric delivery vans, but for Amazon. Now they can deliver these all the way up to the year 2030. So they will have a lot of time to deliver these vans to Amazon, but 10,000 vans are right now going to be hitting the road next year in the year 2022. They will also have limited deliveries of their R1 pickup truck, their R1T pickup truck. They are going to be doing that. They also have an SUV called the R1S for the SUV that will be delivering and starting production in December of this year. So again, this will be very big. Now, when you do compare this to Lucid Motors this year in the 2021 will be producing those 520 of the Lucid Air Dream vehicles. For next year, the year 2022, they are producing about 20,000 of its Lucid Air vehicles. There's 4 different trims. They range anywhere from about 69,000 all the way up to 169,000. So a big, huge range of these vehicles, and definitely we'll see what that is. But going back to the comparison between Rivian and Lucid Motors, they are very similar in where they are coming from. And this makes them, their valuation, really linked together with that of Rivian. So Lucid Motors is really linked with Rivian when we look into this. And so let's take a look, and this is very important what I did want to show you. So right now, if Rivian does get this huge valuation, now it does have its own plant. It actually retooled the Mitsubishi Motors factory in Illinois to be able to produce, Rivian will be able to produce 150,000 units annually once this is all retooled and redone. Now, this will cost a big investment of about $5 billion to have this done, because it's a lot of retooling, a lot of things that they have to do to get these vehicles out. But when you compare that to Lucid Motors by the year 2026 should be producing 251,000 units annually. So given this information, we do have to see the valuation of the company and see where it could be. So right now, according to this article, it does look like Rivian is commanding a premium of 44% relative to Lucid Motors Group evaluation. So if they are valued and they are going to be coming up the same, this will give up a very big upside potential for Lucid Motors shares that will be at least 45% upside from right now if Rivian does get this big IPO valuation, which would be about $35.43 in its stock price. So this will be very big for both companies and very big for the EV industry. But most importantly, us retail investors, it will be very big to see. I will keep you updated and I will be monitoring this, but I did want to just show you and transition to the Lucid Motors stock. It did end the day at $24.02. It was pretty much trading sideways today, but in the morning, whenever we did open, we were at $24.19. We went up all the way up to $24.75. And then we pretty much, sold all those gains off, pretty much being, flat today. In the past 5 days, we have seen that a big correction has happened. as low as actually 14% at one point in time, where we did have a high on September 29th at $27.66, but we have seen a lot of investors taking profits. When we do go back and look at 1 month, this is what I did want to show you. This is where we had that big increase. We went all the way from about $18 all the way up to about $26.81. So we are starting to see a lot of investors taking profits, but also remember that there right now is nothing wrong with the Lucid Motor Company. We are still on schedule to get the vehicles out, and so far everything is still looking very good in my opinion. But the biggest thing that we are starting to see is there's a lot of downward pressure in the United States stock market, in the world stock market, and this is putting a lot of pressure on these EV stocks. Now, I did want to show you that we are still having that base. It looks like we are starting to have a new base. Instead of that $25, it looks like it is going down to $24. We'll see this week if we see some buyers for this stock. I do think that this stock is a good buy in my opinion if you can get it under $25. We're at $24 right now. I did want to show you in the past 6 months, anytime this went below $20, which didn't last long, we had a lot of investors just piling in. So I have been saying in my previous videos, if you can get this under $20, you're getting a steal of a deal in my opinion. But as you can see, that $25 mark, we haven't hit it too much above that. So we have been seeing a ceiling or a resistance of $28 in the past 6 months. But right now, more recently in the past, I would say maybe 1 month, our resistance right now is that $26.81. So we'll definitely have to keep you updated and we'll have to see how this goes. I do still think that by the end of this year, we will have a stock price target of $30 to $35 in my opinion. I still think that we can hit that very easily, and we'll definitely keep you updated in this. Next, I did want to show you what the stock analysts are saying out there on Wall Street. So there are 3 analysts that reviewed this stock. 2 gave it a buy, 1 a sell. This does give us an average of a moderate buy with a downside of about 3% on the stock in the next 12 months. This does give us an average of $23.33. If you can see here, the highest price target was from Bank of America. They did give it $30. Citigroup gave it $28. And we did have one from Morgan Stanley that gave us a very low of $12. I have been saying that this is the weakest link. And if you do take this price prediction out, which I do think that this should be removed, this does give us a potential in an average about $29, $30 in the next 12 months, which I definitely think is achievable. And right now, if you are getting this stock price at $24, you're still getting a very nice potential to increase your money by quite a bit, possibly about what, 25% or so. But I do definitely think that Lucid Motors stock will be and continue to do well, but we'll definitely have to keep our eye out on Rivian. I think Rivian's evaluation, Rivian's news will be very important to see how the Lucid Motor LCID stock shares go. And let me just show you one other thing from Wallet Investor. It looks like that they are predicting and using artificial intelligence, using technical analysis for future values. This stock did go down $24.02 today, but 1 year forecast, we are still looking at a forecast about $42 in the next 12 months. In the next 5 years, a potential of $102.11. Now, these are big forecasts coming up, but definitely I will keep you posted. It has potential, but as you can see, especially in the past 2 weeks, we have seen a lot of volatility. This is because of the stock market, and also some investors are taking profits on this stock. So definitely we will have those bumps in the road. I still think that this is a very good long-term hold, long-term buy stock for me. I will also be sharing some other information with you about Rivian and Lucid Motors, so please stay tuned. But if you can, give me that thumbs up, the like button. Also, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, notification bell, hit all. I would like to welcome you to the channel. And also, if you can, keep sharing this with your family, your friends, coworkers, that next door neighbor, as we're growing this channel very, very well. And I appreciate your support. And thank you so much for everything. And I can't wait to talk to you on the next one. Thank you so much. Down below, if you would like to help out the channel, I put 2 links. One's for Webull. If you open an account, deposit $100, you get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,850. If you deposit $100 into Coinbase, you get $10 of cryptocurrency and trading. Thank you for supporting the channel.